just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you.
The past few weeks have been quite rough for me, both with painting and staying motivated. So in today's video journal, I'm sharing what I learned, the mistakes I made, and my plans moving forward. I couldn't bring any of my studies or paintings to a finished stage or even to a point that I was somewhat happy with it. I was also losing motivation and felt more resistance to paint again. So I took a step back to see what I was doing wrong and what I can do to improve. If you ever feel the same, I hope this video will offer you some inspiration and hopefully some ideas. Main issue that I had that was keeping me back were almost all related to patience. When you get the desire to paint, you usually just want to start. No preparations, no drawing, just squeeze out the color and start painting. While that works for many more experienced artists, it was just not happening for me simply because my skills are not there yet. I might manage to put it off with more organic shapes like fruits, where nobody can tell if they are a bit wonky. I will still face issues with more complex subjects, especially with things in perspective and ellipses. So one of my solutions was to spend more time analyzing before I start, really understand the shapes, values, chroma, and everything else. So now I take more time to make a preliminary drawing or to play more with colors. And I know these things may sound boring to do, but they are the key to get better. I mostly study other painters' work, and when I do, I have an internal monologue. I constantly ask myself questions about color, composition, form and values, and why everything looks so harmonious, and what I can do in my paintings. It's a great way to learn, and I think it would also help you get a sense of your own style in the future. This painting that I did is a great example of what happens when you rush. Honestly, I didn't even want to keep the footage of this painting because it turned out such a disaster. But that's exactly the point of these journal entries in form of video, to share my journey and my plan to get better. And also my mistakes, because it's gonna be a lot of them. One other wrong thing that I do is that I blend too much or mess with the shape to the point that it loses all its beauty and freshness. I tend to like the impressionistic way of painting, so I really need to improve my brushwork. Even if these paintings were not that great, it felt so good to have brought them to a finished stage. I feel whenever I have a painting left undone, it feels like a blockage or having a tab opened in your mind. I feel that a bad painting teaches you so much rather than a canvas left untouched. So yeah, finish your paintings, even if you feel that you can't. Learning how to paint is not easy. We have to be honest with ourselves and accept that mastering this craft takes years. And the learning never really stops. But you don't have to let that scare you. There's something truly beautiful about having a craft you can devote yourself to. When I started this painting, I really took my time beforehand. I drew it like 4 times, quick sketches, nothing too detailed. But it made me feel more confident. It's such a relief not to be afraid of losing the drawing underneath once you start putting paint on. Even if a line disappears, you know exactly where to put it back because you understand the shapes and the relationships between them. I feel that more preparation makes the painting process more joyful. In comparison with the other one that failed, this painting is a good example to show how valuable preparation really is. I studied the shapes and values, and the difference is clear to see. While the painting did not turn out perfect, I could see an improvement. So if you slack on the fundamentals, this is your sign to practice. If you are also a beginner in arts like I am, keep pushing and keep learning and painting. You might not always feel motivated to do so. We all have our good and bad days, and sometimes feelings might translate in our paintings as well. If you're having low motivation and you're feeling scared to start, my best tip that I can give is to build a routine around it. For example, I make a cup of warm tea or coffee, I put some nice music on, maybe watch a TV show, and most importantly, I always choose a subject that makes me happy to paint. For now, I love painting vases and fruits. And also lemons. Lemons are my default paintings whenever I'm in a rut. Our brains love familiarity, so I think it's great to have a default subject to paint when you don't really feel like picking up a brush. It usually takes me around 3 days to get the painting to a finished stage. I use liquid original so the layers dry within 24 hours. In the future, I definitely want to learn how to paint alla prima. I had some tries with it, but for now it feels comfortable to have a dry layer underneath. So the strawberry painting you see right now took me around 3 days. I really love watching other artists and their art. It really keeps me motivated to paint. So I really hope this video will serve a little tiny bit of motivation for you as well.